And let's address the Elon thing now, too, because I think there's a big misunderstanding, and I like to clear it up for people because I don't view the show as a news show. I view it as a show where I'm having fun, and then occasionally interesting things happen, and you may learn something you didn't know. But I don't view it as, I'm not here to educate you. If it happens, hey, it happens, right? People are mad at the salute that he did. Show what he did, and I'm gonna go into this because people are, I think they're off base.
You know, there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know, important. Some are not. But this one, this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Comedian Tim Dillon is going to break down exactly what we all witnessed.
Yeah, so people are mad at this gesture. All this gesture means is Heil Hitler. This is all this gesture means. This is a gesture signifying your support for Hitler. Hitler was a politician in Germany in the 1940s. People had varying degrees of, you know, some people really liked what he did. A lot of people were not into it. And that's fair. And I think when we look back on history, a lot of, you know, now, you know what I mean? It's like things that happened then, like we'd never do now. And I think that's Hitler, that we run into that a little bit with Hitler, where it's like at the time, you know what I mean? It's like the word Oriental. It's a no-no now. But back then it wasn't, you know? So I think this Hitler thing is just one of those things that, you know, he's just heiling Hitler. And people seem really upset about that. I think they think that means something else. He's just saying, I like Hitler. That's not... He's not saying, like, I love everything Hitler did, or maybe he's not saying, like, oh, Hitler was, like let's go down the list of what he did. Oh, good. No, he's just saying, overall, I happen to like Adolf Hitler.
And just to add on here, hey guys, quick break in the action. I have a new show coming out called The Rick Strom Show. It is going to be awesome. I'm interviewing musicians, athletes, producers, writers, journalists, authors, sports doctors. Go check it out at youtube.com/@TheRickStromShow. Also be sure to throw me a follow on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. It can all be found in the description box below. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I wanted to really say that I'm very excited for the AfD, and I think you are really the best hope for Germany.
Let's pause, because Musk, after making a Nazi salute at Donald Trump's inauguration, addressed a far-right party that is being called the modern-day Nazis. Here's what else he said.
I think some things that, something I think that is just very important is that people take pride in Germany and being German. This is very important. It's okay to be proud to be German. This is a very important principle, and it's okay. It's good to be proud of German culture, German values, and not to lose that in some sort of multiculturalism that dilutes everything. You know, I think we want to have unique cultures in the world. We want to have people that have, we don't want everything to be the same everywhere, where it's just one big sort of soup.
There is so much to unpack, but first, more from Elon.
I think there's frankly too much of a focus on past guilt, and we need to move beyond that. Children should not be guilty of the sins of their parents, or even let alone their parents, their great-grandparents, maybe even. And we should be optimistic and excited about a future for Germany.
Very, very, very dark moment.
I think there is value to a culture, and we don't want Japan to disappear. We don't want Italy as a culture to disappear. We don't want France as a culture to disappear. I think we have to maintain the sort of reasonable cultural identity of the various countries. Or they simply will not be those countries. Italy is the people of Italy. The buildings are there, but really, what is Italy? Italy is the people of Italy.
Alice Weidel, all right, is the front woman for the AfD, and she will spell it out rather plainly and bluntly. And this is something that a lot of Americans will understand, right, when I say it. She has stated over and over that she wants to make Germany great again. What does that remind you of? Don't think too hard. But who is she? Why is she a far-right leader, and why won't she acknowledge her past? And I'll tell you why. She refuses to acknowledge her past and how it is clear as day that it has greatly influenced her ascension within a far-right party. Per an investigation by Welt am Sonntag, her grandfather, Hans, was a prominent Nazi judge appointed by none other than the Big H, responsible for sentencing opponents of their regime. In addition, her grandmother was also a member of the Nazi Party. She does not want to talk about this. She refuses to talk about this. And there is a reason why. It's because this party, which closely aligns with that regime from the past, does not want to just come out and say that they share some of those influences and sentiments. Via The Guardian, Alice sounded very radical when demanding large-scale repatriations of foreigners, deportations. Let's be clear, she wants to deport people much like Trump and Stephen Miller are doing. Which, by the way, real quick, there is no way in hell that you can't sell me that the Meloni's, Le Pen's, AFDs, and those in the MAGAverse who are in politics stateside do not converse about this stuff. So they have the same playbook that is being repeated over and over by respective countries. You can't sell me on it. More. The demolition of Germany's windmills of shame and an end to queer woke insanity. Weidel is a member of the LGBTQ plus community, for what it's worth. But she was happy for the AfD to limit its definition of family to father, mother, and children. How does that make sense? How does wokeness fit into this as well? The colonizing of a word at this point is so widespread and so damaging that people don't even know definitions anymore. She's also hateful, as we've seen, not just from that, but from this. In 2018, she referred to refugees and asylum seekers as knife-wielding men on welfare. Wow, isn't that lovely? I mean, wow. Channeling her inner Boris Johnson, she added, and headscarf girls. The AfD party leader was reprimanded for these comments. Doesn't matter. She's still leading the party. Akin to Trumpism, she said in her first 100 days, where a lot of reports are basically saying they have no chance of winning. I would never say never, but I would say they probably will not win. However, them, much like Marine Le Pen's party, continue getting support year over year. They are organizing. We have seen this with MAGAism and Trumpism, and how Republicans will not stop in this country, and how they took decades to reverse Roe, and the Heritage Foundation and Leonard Leo. These parties are doing the exact same thing. They are organizing and they are garnering more and more support. And what is the opposition doing? Staying in the middle and showing how liberalism is really not effective in fighting fascism at all. She would see the total closing of Germany's borders and the turning back of anyone traveling without documents. So basically, show me your papers way of thinking. This is dark. It's very dark. And I will say this in closing. Elon Musk saying that it wasn't what we thought it was with that salute, and then aligning with all of these far-right parties, especially one in Germany whose roots for some have a family lineage linked to what he says he didn't do, is beyond troubling. A man who should not be worth nearly $1 trillion because of our taxpayer dollars and how he makes so much money through government subsidies. It is an abomination that this man has so much control and so much power because of our labor and because of us. And if you do not see this, then I don't know what to tell you. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.